Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. So we're talking about Kai Havertz in relation to Chelsea and Bayern. It looks like there's a little poker game right now. Chelsea and Bayern Munich are going head on, pow 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 boxing, trying to get who can sign Kai Havertz first. Kai is having to choose between Chelsea and Bayern. The reason why I actually believe Chelsea are a viable competitor to sign Kai Havertz and get his little German signature is because Chelsea have the money. Abramovich has that Israeli-Ukrainian money and Russian money. He has that mafia money. Roman Abramovich does not play around when it comes to transfers. Chelsea typically like doing their business. They like doing it quick, fast, and whenever they're linked to players, they get that player. So with Chelsea, there has to be something in their base that believes that they can get Kai Havertz. Whether that's spending more money than us, Chelsea can definitely spend more money. Like, they're more reckless with money. They're not richer than us, but they can definitely put more money in. They can get richer than us overnight. So you have to wonder, is Bayern going to lose this race to Chelsea, or is Bayern going to break the bank for a player that, look, we don't need this season or the season after maybe, but we do need him for the future. He's the guy to just come in and do what he does for us for the next 10 years. So, is Bayern Munich ready to break the bank? And that's the question that everyone needs to know. Now, we came into this transfer window knowing that. So, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by lag, you have to wonder, do Bayern want to spend that money and get Kai Havertz now when in reality we don't need him immediately? Or are Bayern going to let Chelsea beat them? Because the team that signs Havertz is a team that's going to be sending out a statement. And Bayern do want to be that team. We know Bayern wants Havertz. We want to be the team that he comes to. We want to be the next team for this next decade. I made a video talking about how Bayern plan to dominate the next 10 years, this decade, this 2020s. And that's by signing Havertz, signing everyone that we can. And I don't know, is Bayern ready to spend the money, right? Are we broke? No, we're not broke, but are we willing to spend the money and get Kai Havertz over Chelsea? Why would Havertz go to Chelsea? This is like choosing between Champions League and Europa League. Well, Chelsea are en route to get to the Champions League, so I get it, right? You can say that, oh, why would he go to Chelsea? But Chelsea are actually a really decent team. They're probably going to be competing for the Premier League if Lampard goes and keeps progressing in the next 2 seasons. They're probably going to be in the Champions League conversation soon, getting Havertz. And another thing with this Kai Havertz thing is, hold on, let me move to the Kai Havertz screen. Another little part of this, another piece of the puzzle is Sané. If Sané comes, Havertz might feel, oh, this is the Bayern's ambition is so big right now. I need to go there. I need to go where Sané is. I need to go where all these players are. So you wonder if Sané comes in, Havertz makes his mind up and comes to Bayern. Because at the end of the day, here's what Kai Havertz wants. And people are telling me, why would he choose Chelsea over Bayern? I agree with your thought, and I agree how you're thinking. But Kai Havertz isn't going to come in and start for us right away. So something has to be there to convince him to leave a little bit of his career. He's not going to start over Müller. That's not going to happen. Hansi Flick would be stupid to start Kai Havertz over Müller if we got Kai Havertz this season. And also, with him not starting over Müller, he's going to play a lot out wide. So it's going to take a lot of convincing for this young guy to leave his club and come to us when he could go to any other club and probably be guaranteed a more starting position. I think that's where Havertz and Bayern maybe aren't in the same frame of mind, where Havertz is going to come in and actually play week in, week out in the position that he prefers, and that's attacking midfielder. He's not. Muller's too good for that. And Thomas Müller did come out and say he would like to play with Kai Havertz when he was going to the German national team. He enjoyed playing alongside Kai Havertz. Maybe that's Bayern propaganda, but Bayern have said, or Thomas Müller has said that he enjoys playing with Kai Havertz. So, like we've been saying, he's going to play a lot out wide. And do you really think Kai Havertz Chelsea? He's going to start at Chelsea. He walks into Chelsea's team as their best attacker, basically. He's like a Lionel Messi, right? That type of figure. He does everything you want him to do. He's there for everything. He walks into Chelsea. And you wonder, is he going to want to be like, okay, I can go to Chelsea, maybe Real Madrid, maybe Barcelona, and all these other clubs that offer me a starting position week in, week out in my position. Or I can go to Bayern, where I won't start in the attacking midfielder position right away, but I'll be playing games out wide, etc. And I'll also be playing with ballers. So it's really going to take a little bit of convincing for him to want to sit on the bench. He can swap game time with Gnabry, and that's true. This weekend, or yesterday, did anyone predict that Serge Gnabry would get injured? No, but we're Bayern. We're Hospital FC. We pick up more injuries than anyone in Europe. Seriously, I don't know another club that's as injury imposing as we are. But that's the thing right there. Kai Havertz is going to play games because of the injuries we get. So he's going to be guaranteed games. Bayern will be guaranteed trophies. Well, that's true. But here's the thing. Chelsea's guaranteed trophies. I keep forgetting. Chelsea were transfer banned and still won a Europa League with Mauricio Sarri, who wasn't necessarily the best coach. Chelsea, you'll win trophies too. You'll win an FA Cup every single year or a Carabao Cup. You'll probably be competing for the Premier League. Have you seen our injury list? Well, Arsenal might have a bigger one, but we have a bigger injury table. There's no way. We literally have a hospital in our training ground. That's the difference. Bayern pick up a lot of injuries, especially in the wide areas. Kingsley Coman might pick up a little bit of form and then he'll be out for 2 months. Same thing, Perisic, who never got injured. One day, Odriozola comes in from loan and he picks up an injury, Perisic. And then you can keep going down the list. We pick up too many injuries. Thiago's in form. Maybe he's out for 2 weeks now. And it's so annoying. So that's the thing. Bayern will pick up injuries, which would open up the door for Kai Havertz to play. But the thing is, you have to also look at Chelsea and be scared. Because Chelsea are a very imposing team. Financially, Chelsea are very strong. Chelsea are richer than Liverpool in terms of financial capability. Liverpool's owners don't want to spend the money. Liverpool, they're like Man United, but just better run. That's the same thing. American owners that want to not spend any money. So, is Bayern going to compete with Chelsea financially? We can offer Kai Havertz a better place to be with better players and a better structure, a better future, we'll be competitive in every single trophy. We'll be in the equation for this Champions League every single year. We can offer Kai Havertz that. We can offer him every single thing that has to do with Bayern. We offer him a bigger fan base than Chelsea. So, is Kai Havertz going to sit in front on Stamford Bridge with 40,000, 50,000 people who basically a library? It's the same thing as the Arsenal Stadium. It's a library. So, I mean, you're thinking about it. Will he want to go to Chelsea or will he want to go 75,000 Bayern fans in the stadium, rocking, singing his name? It depends on what he's looking for. As a kid that's German, he's going to want to go to Bayern. He's going to want to come here. Why? Because he's young. He also knows that Bayern need an attacking midfielder after Müller starts declining. And we need him. And I think there's going to be a thing there. And even though, yes, you can say, okay, look, Bayern are this. We can attract him like this. We'll win the Champions League. And he'll want to come to us and win it more. But you also have to realize that Chelsea are a team with ambition. Chelsea won the Champions League last decade in our stadium. As much as I don't like saying it, don't make sure anyone hears this. But Chelsea are a good team. Don't think about Chelsea and go, oh, maybe he won't go to Chelsea. They're a really good team. So you have to consider Chelsea as a good team too. Stamford Bridge is the worst. It is terrible atmosphere. There's no noise. They maybe say Chelsea maybe after 5 seconds. No, they say it for maybe 30 seconds and then they just stop talking. I was watching Manchester United versus Chelsea and I was hearing Manchester United sing "Ole's at the wheel" for no reason the entire game. I was hearing it, but I couldn't hear anything about Chelsea. And I think that's the same thing. Kai Havertz, players have to look at their atmosphere. The only justifiable reason Werner would have gone from Leverkusen or from Leipzig to Chelsea is because Chelsea don't have holograms in the stadium every single weekend. At least they have a little bit of fanship going on. But with Havertz, he knows Bayern want me. Will I want to go to Chelsea where you won't have the bigger fan base? You won't necessarily be known as much. You won't be on the biggest stage every single season. Chelsea are highly inconsistent. I think Chelsea will sack Lampard in the next 2 seasons because Lampard's Yeah, he's a decent coach, but is he going to do it when it matters? Is he going to push his team over the line in various situations? Chelsea are a sacking club. They will sack you now because that's what they do. So you wonder with this, is Chelsea going to do this? I'm wondering with Kai Havertz where his head is at. But here's the thing. People keep telling me, well, Bayern can sign him this season, pay the money this season, and then next season we can have him. Well, first of all, Kai Havertz has he probably knows that, hey, I've been here at Leverkusen for 4 seasons. I deserve a move to the bigger club. I deserve to be winning trophies. Kai Havertz, in a way, has taken Leverkusen to a final. They're in the Pokal final. And Bayern didn't play that well. We're not a good final team, Bayern. We lose finals a lot. We're not a good final team. We're not good at just putting the sword in your throat. We're just not good at it. So you wonder, the same thing. Frankfurt destroyed us. 3 something? And beat us in the final. We're not a good final team. So you might see Kai Havertz pull up July 4th and absolutely smash us in the DFB Pokal final. That's not the point of this. But I think Kai Havertz wants to join a club that wants him and needs him now and gives him a bigger role. The question isn't whether or not he wants to join Bayern or prefers Bayern over any other club. That's not the question. The question isn't about his loyalty to Bayern or his loyalty to staying in Germany. The question is really about, will he want to take a little bit of a less important role in the squad to then obviously progress in the future? Will he want to just reserve his starting position for the next season and a half or something, and then he'll start starting more games week in, week out? Will he want to sacrifice his attacking midfielder time to play out wide? Will he want to be as versatile? And I think that's going to be a good question. Sane is also a doubt after what KHR said. I don't care what KHR says. I don't care what our board members say. Here's the thing. People want Havertz and Sane and Dest. Bayern fans want all these players now. The transfer window is not open. Wake up! You're not in August, okay? The transfer window is not open, okay? So why would Bayern sign Sane now? The transfer window is not open. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! The transfer window is not open. So if you're expecting Bayern to sign Kai Havertz and announce him tomorrow, it's not happening. But we're always talking about what's going to lead up to that. How good of a position that are Bayern in. We need to confirm deals now. Who says that? Think about it. What is better for Bayern? To have these players playing week in, week out, like Sane, where you want him and Sane wants you, he's coming, to have him play for City, and then you're just negotiating with City at the same time. I think Sane will be playing for City. What's up, Dayan? Sane will play for City, and we'll be watching Leroy Sane. I think we're so caught up in the whole, we want to watch you now, please be playing week in, week out thing, that we forget that it's not about them playing week in, week out. It is about them playing week in, week out. We can't forget that Sane could face us in the Champions League in August. The transfer window won't open on July 1st. It's not going to open. It's going to open after the Champions League and Europa League are done. And then the new season starts. You get 4 weeks. It's going to be a different world. But the new season, obviously, there won't be 3 substitutions. It'll feel like regular matches. I think eventually we'll start moving into seeing fans in the stadium, whether that's 25%, because the world can't get stopped for an entire year. A lot of clubs and economies are going to get hit. A lot of jobs have been lost. The government will want to be forced to make the decision, maybe 25% of fans in the stadiums, because people are out here protesting every single day, hugging each other. There's no social distancing in there, right? We haven't heard about the Sirona for a long time. Make a deal, how Chelsea did with Ziyech. We have done deals where we agree before, but that's not necessarily what the same situation. Lucas Hernandez, he wanted us, we wanted him. He had a release clause. We activated it because we needed a player. He was injured. There was no one else wanting him. But with Sane, it's different. Here's a player that we want, high quality. We need him. Wouldn't it be better for us to see him play? It's a different climate. It's a different world, right? There is a whole virus running around. You wonder, how will the economy do? The Bayern economy, we're one of the most financially stable teams in the world. We are absolutely perfect financially. The books are well run. We're in zero debt. Barcelona, I just read, have 600 million in debt. Bayern don't have any debt at all. We might have a few debt, to be fair, right? I thought the transfer opens when your league is over and the players can only move after the... I think that may be true, actually, Scott. That actually may be true. But I keep looking at it. The transfer window's not open. We should not be... Like, people are like, announce Sané. Why would you announce Sané now? Wait for Sané to play for City. See how he does. If he's crap, we move out of him and find someone else. Service Sané. I would love to see the announcement for Sané, but think about it. City still are going to return. They still have 10 games to play. Sané will have a huge part in City's games. Sané will probably play for City in the Champions League in August. And wouldn't it be better for Bayern if Sané is actually still good? If we see Sané play other than paying money. Say, you know what? Say whatever. Say the Girona, it spikes up in cases, right? And there's a new wave. Say that. Say there's a new wave. And then we can't sign Sané because the league has been cancelled. Or something's been cancelled. Now we just spent all this money when he could have been cheaper. Bayern are a very patient club. We're very patient. Lions are patient. If you looked at lions in the wild, these creatures are the most patient things you ever see. Lions are incredibly patient. They wait for their opportunity to arise. They wait, they sleep a lot. And then when they're ready to hunt and eat, they actually go and be aggressive. And you can want Bayern to be aggressive all the time. That's we're fans. We want that. But you can't want us to be this way all the time. To be, oh, we want a player, buy him. No, there has to be different circumstances to allow for you to buy the player. The finances, the age, the goals. Is the player doing crap? Are his weaknesses getting stronger? Or his strengths getting better? You don't know. Too patient sometimes. Too patient. Well, yeah, that is true. Over the last, maybe I would say since 2013, since Pep came coaches, I would say since then, we haven't had that aggression. But I've seen it in the last 2 seasons. We just signed Lucas and Pavard like that. Oh my God. City wants 70 million. And that's the thing. City wants 70 million. Why would Bayern pay 70 million for Sané when we know we can negotiate the price further and get a lower price? There is a lot of things that have to do, especially economically. I'm not like some economic expert, but always getting a cheaper price is better than paying the full price. You always want to negotiate, especially when you're in a situation where someone could take advantage of you. City know that Bayern were not broke. City will know this. They will know and understand that from inside out, Bayern's not a broke club. We're not some club that you can bully around financially. But City will know we're not broke. They'll want to get the most money. The reason why they're demanding 70 million is because they know we have the money to spend. And Bayern keep coming out with signals that they have the money to buy Havertz and Sané. Think about it. Bayern, we were reportedly coming into this new transfer window with a war chest of 300 million. 250 million. I think Bayern had put all this money somewhere and said, hey, we want to dominate the next decade. Let's come into the season with 300 million, 250 million. Bayern were going to splash some money this summer. But then the Girona happened and all of a sudden we were playing much better. Hansi Flick is the reason why we may or may not spend a lot of money because he's improved every single player. Müller was a bit on the declining side. So you might think, okay, Bayern definitely wanted to replace him. We definitely wanted Sané. Last summer people keep forgetting this. People were talking about Bayern don't ever spend money. We were willing to spend 130 million on Leroy Sané last summer, but then he got injured, thankfully, and now we could probably get him for less than half of that. So look, Bayern were going to spend the money, and we're still going to spend it. Now the question obviously is, will Bayern let Chelsea get to Havertz before we do? Will Bayern actually want Havertz to the point where we're going to pay? Leverkusen want 100 million euros. What if Chelsea's just there like, hey, we'll give you 95 million euros plus 5 million in add-ons in the next season? You never know. So I think Bayern's definitely going to sign Kai Havertz, but I also am afraid of Chelsea. It's fine. I can think that, yes, we're in the perfect position to, but you can also be afraid of the other clubs that are in for him. If Real Madrid Apparently, Real Madrid made a bid for Havertz. I'm not sure how credible that was. Apparently, they made a bid that Leverkusen rejected. Real Madrid have Odegaard, James Rodriguez, all these players. They want Havertz. Why? Because they know Havertz is the next guy in football. He's the next kind of Toni Kroos type of signing. He's going to take them to a new level. It's not like Real Madrid or this stupid... Real Madrid are very smart in how they just do business quick. Chelsea the same way. Do business quick. They probably lose a lot more money than any other club, but they do their business quick. Real Madrid are in for Pogba, 27. Who would they rather have? Pogba, 27, or Kai Havertz, 20, for around the same price? You have to ask these questions and answer them. And, I mean, Vicious has a great point here. If you sell Tolisso for 35 million, which is reportedly what Bayern are demanding for Tolisso, and I think we have all the right to do so, despite the fact that he's been injured. We don't need to sell Tolisso. He has a contract that expires in 2022. We're not in a hurry to sell him right away. So, if we sell Tolisso for 30 million, Javi Martin for 10 million, Boateng for 10 million, you get 52 million for Sané. You pay the entire Sané price. You pay everything that Sané needs for 52 million to City. Give City, just wire City 52 million. Don't tell them what it's for, and just tell Sané to wear a Bayern shirt. They know what it's for. By the way, leave a like on the video, everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We have about 20 people watching, so let's get to 15 likes. So, my logic with this is Bayern have the money. We will splash it, and I think we're just being patient, and we should be. We shouldn't just rush in and sign a player that we know, oh yeah, we don't need him right now, but we shouldn't do it out of impulsiveness. A lot of fans, like myself, when you see another club is interested in a player that you want, all of a sudden, your mind is like, sign him now, we don't want to lose him, but then you forget the transfer window is not open. Chelsea, have Chelsea announced Werner officially out? They probably will soon, but the transfer window is not open. Even if Chelsea signed Werner, he's not coming till August. So the hype for Werner will drop down, and then he'll sign a Chelsea contract way into next season. 2 months. August is eighth. It's the eighth month of the year, man. People forget. August. There's still July to come. There's still a whole Champions League to be played. The Champions League final is supposed to be played around August 28th or 29th or something like that. Europa League is obviously the days before. And then September is when the new season, September 15th. So you get about, 2 weeks, 4 weeks? I think the whole of September might actually just be a transfer window. So 4 weeks. Let's say you get 4 weeks to make transfers. And I think when we start going into October, November, I think that's where restrictions off, taking people from stadiums might start decreasing. I think we'll start seeing games with maybe 25% of the fans, and then eventually it'll be 50% as well. And then there's probably going to be like a new drug or vaccine that maybe controls this thing better. You never know. Circumstances could change. People never thought the leagues would return, and now all of a sudden the Premier League is literally 6 days from returning. The Premier League England was hit the hardest in terms of the top 5 leagues with this, I think. They were hit the weirdest. And now you're going to see Serie A return on the 20th. La Liga is returning tomorrow on the 13th as well. So you're getting all these leagues back. Now we keep talking about, the Bundesliga's been back. But then every other league returning is always the best. Why? Because then that means the Champions League is definitely around the corner. So all the leagues will start and finish. And then that's when we can see the Champions League. So the Champions League will be in August, by the way. So there'll be games in August. Thank you everyone so much for smashing that like button. Red Star Belgrade played their game this weekend with 25,000 fans. Really? I mean, that's a possibility. Wow. Hey, that's amazing. I mean, see, Belgrade, where is Belgrade actually? It's Serbian. So, you know these Russians, Serbians, these Eastern European, they don't give a crap about any virus. I saw Belarusian people naked, freaking celebrating a freaking match. These people are crazy. But you wonder, I hope Serbia didn't get that many cases of the virus. They have a 6 million population. I think you can definitely look at it. I mean, the U.S., you have hundreds of thousands of people gathering in the streets. Yeah, somehow I told you, this thing is not that bad. It's really not. The media love pummeling it on your face that, oh, this is happening. They always love saying this is the amount of cases. And then there's a graph that's always going up. It's just, it makes you captivated, right? It makes you want to watch more. It's the same, this channel does it. We talk about, oh, we might lose Sané, we might lose Havertz. We need him now. That's how you get people to keep watching. It's not a bad thing, but it's also something that the media uses. Well, I don't do it on purpose. I do it because I don't know why I do it. The age is wrong. It's 21 today's. Oh, Kai Havertz is 21 years old. Thank you so much for telling me that, Dayan. Thank you so much, because I forgot. I mean, he's 21. Holy crap, man. That is absolutely irritating me right now. So Kai is 21 years old. I mean, look at that age. Do you think he's going to stay at Leverkusen until he's 22? Do you really think? No. He wants to move now. He knows he's getting to that side of his career. You know, a lot of these young kids, Kai Havertz is still a kid. He's younger, he's older than me, like by 4 years. I'm 17 years old, he's 21. These kids, in football-wise, want to move now. They want to start doing it now. They want to start getting to the Champions League final now. He wants to get to a team. He wants to start playing with ballers around him. So when people are saying Bayern can sign him then 2021, why would Kai Havertz wait for a year just for Bayern to sign him? Why not sign him now? So, man, I just made a complete 180 on Kai Havertz, didn't I? Because everyone remembers maybe a month ago, when I think I had Marco on, we were talking about just its transfers, and I was saying I don't really see the point in Kai Havertz. But then when it gets clearer to me, I'm like, well, in a season or two, Muller is gonna start declining. He's not gonna just all of a sudden surpass 20 assists. He won't get 20 assists next season. He'll probably get 3 more assists or something to really solidify that assist record. But next season he'll start declining. He'll have more than 3 crap games where you're like, damn, Muller was crap today. He'll have a few crap games, and then slowly those crap games will become atrocious performances. It won't be, but he'll have really good performances, obviously. But you'll see the decline slowly. Muller is gonna decline very slowly. This is how the graph for Muller is gonna go. The decline graph. It's gonna go okay. Yeah. It's gonna go. Oh my god. Okay. I can't freaking use symmetry, but you know what I mean. Can't believe Muller is just 30. I thought he was Muller is just 30. And you always think about it. You'll see. Happy birthday to Kai Havertz. Oh man, that's crazy. So yeah, he'll want to move this season. And like I said, we should be looking at Chelsea and going, they have the money that we have. Chelsea aren't financially more stable and richer than us, but they have Roman Abramovich with that Ukrainian Israeli money, okay? The Israeli money. He's going back to Moscow. He will spend the money. I don't know what accent that is, but Chelsea have the money. They do. They have the money. They want to spend the money. Chelsea still have the Hazard money, right? They bought Pulisic for 40 million. I guarantee you Chelsea have like 200 million just lying there that they saved up from all the transfer ban. The reason why they spent like what? Was it 70 million for Pulisic, who still hasn't really proven himself for Chelsea? They also want Sancho. I think Chelsea either sign Havertz or Sancho, if that were the case. And I don't think they're going to sign Kai Havertz. I think they're going to miss out on both. Maybe to Man United and us. We're going to sign Kai Havertz. Man United will sign Sancho. Yeah, I do hate all the extremely funded clubs. Which is why you have to still respect Real Madrid. They're not extremely funded. They didn't just pummel money. They actually just became a good team, started selling, and they started a business model where they make a lot of money. They gather that money for 10 years, and then they spend like 3 summers buying these Galacticos. Kai Havertz is a Galactico type of signing, because for the next 10 years, he'll be the best central attacking midfielder in the world. Yes, there's a lot of good attacking midfielders that are just good. But Kai Havertz is world class already right now. The numbers he's putting up, The talent he has on the pitch, he's world class already with that age. He's generational. When we talk about generational, a generation is 10 years. That's a generation. Because, players from 20, that's their generation. 10 years. They get 10 years till they're 30. And that's where your career typically stops. Kai Havertz is a generational talent. He's the kind of killing Mbappe. Mbappe's 21 too, so is Kai Havertz. There's going to be Kai Havertz, Mbappe, Jadon Sancho. These types of players that are going to be generational for the next 10 years. There's different types of generations. There's players that are going to turn 30 in 2 seasons and their career will start declining. But Havertz is 21. He will want to come to Bayern. He'll want to be the Galactical sign. If Real Madrid go in for him, that's a Galactical because they're gonna spend like 100 million on him. That's what you refer to as a Galactical, a big player that everyone wants that you sign. Believe it or not, but some Madrid fans think Odegaard is better than Havertz and has more potential. Well, Martin Odegaard is not better than Kai Havertz. Odegaard is the same age. He's playing in the Eredivisie, right? Actually, to be fair, he's a decent player, but I don't think he's better than Havertz. No, anyone that says that is just stupid. Odegaard also picks up a lot of injuries. 23 appearances this season, 4 goals and 5 assists. Actually, really good. He's a good player, but Odegaard is that. He's a good player. He's gonna be there for Real Madrid. He doesn't pick up that many injuries. My bad, but he's gonna be a good player for Real Madrid. So I don't see a situation where Odegaard is overtaking Havertz. Havertz is, when I say generation, I mean everyone wants him. Does everyone want Odegaard? He's probably going to be cheaper than Havertz. But I think when we're looking at an attacking midfielder, the way Havertz plays on the pitch, he's basically like a Messi. Everything goes through him. But when you're at Bayern, everything goes through every single player on the pitch. And I think we're going to see more and more of Kai Havertz. And just another thing on just this Havertz thing. What was I gonna say? Lampard already has players that don't need Havertz. They should sign Sancho instead. I hope Chelsea sign Sancho. I'm praying Chelsea sign Sancho. I really want Man United fans to cry. I really do. I don't like how they're just like, we're gonna sign Sancho. We'll sign Sancho. I don't like how they say it. I just don't like it. I'm not a fan. So I'd like Chelsea to sign Sancho. By the way, subscribe to the channel, everyone. Let's get to 630 subscribers. Oh, shoot. I just left. Oh, how am I going to get back? So, yeah, I appreciate all the support. And I'll keep going with the channel. Keep going. We'll have a different video out today. But we're nearing towards the end of the stream. I'm trying to end these a little bit earlier. So, Chelsea is the new Bayern, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. How is Chelsea the new Bayern? Juka Cyborg. Dreaming. Of course, keep dreaming. So, Kai Havertz, welcome to Stamford Bridge. Well, it's not happening, Juka. It's not happening, my guy. It's just not. See, that's the thing. What player wants to be welcomed to Stamford Bridge? You want to be welcomed to the Allianz Arena. You want to be welcomed to the Santiago Bernabeu. These are historical stadiums. Who the hell is saying welcome to Stamford Bridge? Welcome to the Emirates Stadium. Welcome to the Manchester City Stadium. You want to say welcome to Old Trafford, the Theatre of Dreams. Like, that's something that sounds respectable. Welcome to Anfield Road. Like, you want to say these names in your head. Say it. Anyone saying welcome to Stamford Bridge is stupid. Werner's coming to Chelsea because Leipzig are technically on the pitch are better than Chelsea. But I don't think Leipzig are a bigger club than Chelsea. So that's the only reason. Leipzig have holograms in the stadium. Chelsea just have people that don't care. Chelsea just have a whole library. Stanford University Library. That's what your stadium is. Chelsea got Werner only after Bayern rejected him. Yeah, we did. Plot twist, Bayern signed Sancho. Hell no. Hell no. Bayern never wants Sancho. He just does not fit us. He doesn't play like a Bayern player. He gets pocketed easily. I think Sancho will do well at United and get a lot of assists against crap teams, but when it comes to big games, I don't see Sancho doing it. Chelsea have gotten gassed, though. That is true. I don't know what gassed means. Gas means tired. Van de Beek and Sancho to United. I don't think that's going to be the case. Donny van de Beek is not going to go to United. I think Man United will probably... I don't even think United... Yes, they're in for Sancho, but Chelsea's in. If Chelsea know, oh, Bayern's Havertz going to Bayern, Chelsea will want a player that is almost like a Havertz in generationality. Generation, that's a good word. And they'll go sign Sancho or something. I don't know. You see it. Ten Hag to Dortmund. I'd like to see that. I saw a rumor that Ronaldo to Bayern. I would love to see Cristiano Ronaldo at Bayern. Not because of any sporting reasons, solely because of brand recognition. Do you know the amount of followers Bayern would automatically have just because of that? He'd sell 1 billion shirts. Ronaldo would just, yeah, we're already a big, reputable club. We have 20 million on Instagram, 50 million on Facebook. We have all these followers. Bayern's a reputable club. People know us. Now imagine if Cristiano Ronaldo signed. The Juventus YouTube channel got like 1 million subscribers in like 3 hours just because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Serie A, every video where Cristiano Ronaldo is playing and their highlight, there's millions of views just because he's Ronaldo. Imagine the Bundesliga where Ronaldo is there. I think Bayern should go for Ronaldo. I think we could sign Ronaldo and just get him for no reason at all other than the fact that you want Ronaldo. Get him. If we get Cristiano Ronaldo, our brand is just 10 million times. We already have the brand. We have millions, 50 million on Facebook, 20 million on Instagram. We have a big brand, Bayern. Now imagine you get Cristiano Ronaldo, he's just going to add an extra 60 million followers who watch you week in, week out. That's how Cristiano Ronaldo is. He's just going to, I mean, look, Ronaldowski, that could be a thing. Hey, let's start spamming Bayern to sign Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo did say, or was open to going to a different club. He wanted to go to, I think Ronaldo would have been more open to us than he was to Juventus. Does Bayern want to turn their team into the German national team? How many Germans do they want? Please get diverse nationalities and mixed cultures. Leave Kai for Chelsea. Quasi. What a funny guy. We want players that fit the philosophy of the club. United's team, a lot of English people. Inter Milan, Juventus, a lot of Italians. Barcelona, a lot of Spanish people. We want the team that dominates its country wants the players from its country. That's a lot of the teams that are doing well now. So, I mean, look at Liverpool's best players. I mean, they're not actually English, to be fair. But you want players that know the language, fit into the structure of the club immediately. Some of these players, like your Gnabry's, your Kimmichs, your Goretzkas, they've known each other since they were 12 years old. Kimmich was saying he knew Goretzka when he was like 12. I'm like, what? And they were saying they knew each other from the German Youth Academy. Kai Havertz knows these players. He knows them from the national team. We do want to be Bayern. Real Madrid sign Spanish players. It's just how it has to be if you want to be the club in your country. If a Man City Man City or just Oil Money FC, but you have to understand that players want to play the country that they're in. So that's why a lot of English players don't go abroad. That's why a lot of German players don't go abroad. That's why a lot of Spanish players don't ever really go abroad. There's only a few select players that actually take themselves out of their country and go abroad. Trinidad and Tobago fan. That's nice. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Let's get to 20 likes. London is Bayern red. It is. We own London. And London owns the Allianz Arena. Let's not talk about it. Sane won't cost more than 60 million. I think so too. Niraj, you're up to something there. Sane has a lower price, so now we can afford Kai Havertz. Exactly. Bayern came into this transfer window. There was reports from Bild and all these sources that we had a war chest of 250 million. There was literally a picture with all our money piled up in it, and then it was like a chest from Fortnite or something. It was crazy. We came into this with a big war chest. We wanted to splash the cash, but then the Sirona happened, and we started playing much better. I mean, not because of the Sirona. We just started. Our team was all in form. So I guess maybe that the board thought, oh, we don't need Kai now. Maybe we'll sign him in 2021. But then Kai Havertz is 21 now. He wants to probably make the move. He's probably reluctant to stay. So now, all of a sudden, our interest in signing Kai Havertz now is peaked. So people that want Kai Havertz now are going to get him. Why have you stopped answering my questions? Because they're going by quick. Kante is the only Chelsea player who'd start for Bayern. I think he wouldn't start for us. Kante is a good player, but I don't see how I would take out anyone for him. Do you think we will be affected by the early ending of the Bundesliga? Would affect, like I said, there'll be friendlies between players, between the clubs. There'll be definitely competitions in there, and I also think Bayern will, and Bayern said they'll play. The Chelsea game will be towards the end of July, I think, or beginning of August. So we'll play Chelsea at the Allianz Arena, our stadium. We're already 3-0 up. We know the level we have to be at. Chelsea will want to, get that hopeful thing. They'll maybe want to score a goal and then be like, oh, we only need 2 more lads to equal them. Chelsea will want to beat us. So they'll have a certain level that we know we will have to hit. And guess what? We'll play friendlies. We'll organize friendlies between clubs. What if we organize a friendly between Leipzig and Bayern? I know it's crazy, but it could happen. I'm playing. We have more cash to buy. No. Chelsea might have a bigger budget, but they're not richer than Bayern. No, that's not happening. Bayern's the top 4 richest club in the world. In terms of value, we're richer than you. We have a bigger fan base. We sell more shirts. We do everything. But Chelsea have Roman Abramovich, the Ukrainian, Russian mafia money. I don't know. But thank you everyone so much for watching this. We'll end the stream here. Y'all love arguing. I'll enjoy it. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace.